Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you by myself today to do another Living Dead Dolls review. So I am finally getting back to the series reviews. All right, you can stop writing on my page. So we're gonna actually take a look at the next one, which is Series 20. This was a really kind of cool, bizarre series that they did. It's all based off of Day of the Dead, kind of Sugar Skull stuff. Very Mexican culture, which is super, super cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to take a look at the coffins first. The coffins are very unique, super cool. So I'm going to start with the coffin itself. You can see that there's actually some design in the coffin. It looks kind of wood-esque, like really damaged, kind of old, distressed wood. I really, really do think it's pretty fantastic. Then on the inside we've got black paper, black tissue paper, and then this is the amazing chipboard, right? Again, kind of looks like wood planking. This one says Camila. It's got a sugar skull kind of based off of the face of the doll, and then it does have the poem right there as well. So really, really cool coffins. But one thing, too, that's really cool about the coffins is the plastic that goes over top. So Living Dead Doll is actually written in red. Then we've got kind of these sugar skull designs here as well, and at the top of the plastic. So that's really the only time that they've put kind of designs on the plastic, I think. I could be wrong, but I really dig that. So yeah, that is the coffin. Let's take a look at the dolls. So like always, I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. Again, Living Dead Dolls are all fantastic, so, take everything with a grain of salt, the order that I put it in. So we're going to start with El Luchor Muerto. And the thing about El Luchor Muerto, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is that he's actually based off of a doll that was made for the art show, I believe, yes, of kind of like the Mexican wrestler design. So he's got this amazing pleather mask, and then, he's got a painting on his chest, which was almost exactly the same as one of the dolls from the art show. So yeah, let's take a look at him. We're going to start with his shoes, and they are the Living Dead Dolls boots here, and they do have yellow laces, which is a super, super kind of cool design. I'm also going to pull off the boots so you can see kind of how these tights work. So he's got these really shiny kind of nylon tights as well, and they are completely footy tights, right? They go up, and it's all one piece that attaches to kind of like the underwear, the standard kind of wrestler outfit that we've got going on there. Now, he does not have a shirt, but instead has a cape and a painted chest. And look at this amazing painting on the chest, right? So we've got this beautiful, beautiful spider with the sulfur symbol, the Living Dead Doll symbol right there on the body of the spider. So it feels a little like Black Widow-esque. He also has some cuffs that's basically just kind of black elastic sewn right there. So you can stretch those and take those off if you wanted to. We also have kind of a very simple, shiny, satiny cape that goes around him as well, tied right here in a bow in the front. And then, of course, we have this amazing, beautiful, beautiful mask. And take a look at this. It's kind of like a pleathery kind of material. So we've got an opening for his mouth with a little like stitches, a little black around the nose, opening for the eyes. It does kind of have a sugar skull-esque feel to it with a rose right there in the center of the forehead and the spider web going up. Now the way that this is attached in the back is by these kind of like, it almost looks like lacing of shoes. It's kind of, the lighting is not the greatest. You're going to notice, though, that the little circular, like, what do you call those, rivets, maybe, that hold those things in place pop out easily. See how this bottom one is popped out? So just be aware from the stretching of this mask that may happen to yours. It's not the end of the world, but just be aware. I'm going to go ahead and untie this and take this off. And I don't think I've ever taken it off of this doll. So give me a minute while I get it all off so you can see what his face looks like underneath. It's a really, really simple Living Dead doll. Oh, come on. Why are you being such a butt? Nobody likes a butt monkey. Well, some people do. But yeah. So here we go. Slowly coming off. Maybe. It's not the easiest thing to get off. And you want to be careful with it, unlike I'm doing right now, because you don't want to damage it. Ah, there we go. There we go. So here is what El Luchor Muerto looks like under the mask. So his face is actually really, really great. You know, he is a hairless doll because obviously with this mask you kind of have to be. But he's got a really intense arched eyebrow, some uh, intense airbrushing around the eyes, yellow eye, and then this cut down the side of his face, which you wouldn't even realize is there. That's one of my favorite things that Living Dead dolls will sometimes do, is when there is odd things that you don't even realize are on the dolls until you look super, super close. There is a little bit of color on his lips too, like a little bit of yellow, which it's kind of hard to see. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and leave the mask off because it's kind of hard to get back on. I do want to show you though, the bottom of the mask does have a little bit of elastic there, see? So you can stretch it to make sure that it gets up and over his head. But there we go. El Luchor Muerto, y'all. Moving on. Next up for me is Sanuria. Super, super cool, intense design. I just like all the other dolls a little bit more. There's a lot going on with this doll. Obviously, she is very blue. She's the only blue-faced living, well, that's not true, but Living Dead doll in this series, I guess. But let's take a look at her outfit. So she is a normal skin-toned doll, which I think some people don't realize. Her face is just painted blue. Then we've got, she has no shoes on, obviously. We've got this rather simple dress here. It feels very similar to, say, like Miss Eerie. You know, it's black, but it has this ribbon detail around the side. And you will see that there is a little bit of a bow tied, there we go, right on her side. So you can actually untie this piece and take it completely off. It's not tacked to the dress in any way. So I could move this, do you see? So just be aware that piece does come off. Oh, I didn't even realize that until I'm saying it right now. The dress does not have any Velcro. So I don't think that you can get this dress off unless you popped off her arms and her head. So that's interesting. They don't normally do that. And I didn't realize that until I actually showed this video. You're also going to notice that this kind of satiny material for the blue cape is actually tacked right here at the top of the shoulder. So I'm going to lift it so you can see that it's not tacked around the back, but it is tacked right there on the side. So again, this cape also cannot come off. It's very kind of a solid piece. She also has this amazing veil. And I don't know if people realize this in the shots of this doll, like, you know, promo shots, that there's actually a black veil that kind of hangs down the back of the doll over the back of her hair. And then we've got these amazing flowers, like orange, yellow, and red flowers that are attached to that veil. There's also a little bit of kind of curling of that same black tulle up and at the front of this veil as well. So it does give kind of like, you know, a wreath of flowers over the head. This piece is attached with elastic that goes just around the back, so it can come off easily. She does have black hair. It's pretty thickly rooted actually for not seeing it that much, but yeah, it's a good amount of doll hair, which I like. You're also going to notice, before I get to the face paint, that they really wanted this doll to make it look like she painted her face for this event. So it's messy around the edges. Usually we see clean lines, but it's intentionally messy to make it look like she's painted her face, which I really, really like. Obviously, where these dolls shine is the amazing paint job of the sugar skull. We've got a cross on her forehead, you know, a lot of red outlining detail, the teeth drawn. I really appreciate the one gold tooth right there too. I think it's really, really nice. Really black eyes with a white dot center. Super, super cool. Yeah. But that is Sanuria, you guys. Let's keep moving on. Next up, and these three are tough because all three of these I like pretty much equally, but I'm going to do Camila next. She is an interesting doll because I feel like when we first saw the promo shots, nobody was super, super excited about Camila, but she ended up being one of my favorites. I think she's just made really, really well, and she's super, super, super cute. Very cutesy for a Living Dead doll. We've got the standard Mary Jane shoes. We've also got the standard kind of Living Dead dolls, they're not quite tights. They're almost like, they're a cotton, definitely a cotton, but they go, around her feet. They're completely footy, and there's a little bit of elastic around her waist to hold them in place. Then we've got this amazing dress, and I'm going to pull down her little bolero jacket so you can see what's going on with this dress. So you've got these cute little flower details. Look at that beautiful flower on the front, and then also along the bodice of this dress. There are some sleeves on this dress as well. So it's a short sleeve dress, but it's not, like a tank. This is one piece, and it does Velcro up the back. This dress, at least. Then we've got this cute little frilly red jacket, which I freaking adore. It's a little bit fuzzy, like it's not quite felty. I never know fabric, but there's some like texture to it. So it's got a little bit of a flare right there around the wrist. There's like what do you call it? Not scalloped, but there's like some detail that goes around the front here, all the way around the bottom, and also around the top of the neck as well. So it gives it kind of a little funkiness to it. And it just looks really cute over that black dress, which I love. She also has similar black hair to Sanuria. It's about the same length. It's pretty nice hair, pretty thickly rooted. The one detail that she has, both she and Katrina in this series, ooh, can I get it out? Ah, there we go, yeah. Is she has this cute little red rose. And this is the first time that they ever did this. They did a rose, and on the back of this rose is a little bit of Velcro. So you can attach it to a part in her hair. As you can see, it's kind of difficult to get out. Once you put it in, it's kind of, it's there, and you could really kind of mess it up when you're trying to yank it out. So put it somewhere that you like, and let it stay. But that is her. She has this very innocent, kind of worried expression on her face, which I love. We've got the gorgeous, bright yellow flower stitching around the mouth. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer so you can get a good look. Then she's got, a little detail on her chin, amazing kind of skull nose. Come on, lights work for me. There we go. You can see some red dots around the eyes. You can also see that she's got some red detail on the inside of her eye as well. So it almost makes her eyes look bloodshot. She's looking to the right, this doll, with her bright yellow eyes, which makes her look like she's a little worried, like something's going down. We don't know what's going down, but I love it. Yeah. So that's Camila, you guys. We're going to keep moving. Boom, boom, boom. So next up is, and this one's tough, Katrina. And Katrina, I think, is a pretty famous name for kind of like the Day of the Dead doll. She is a character in the Day of the Dead kind of world. So it's cool that they added that name for this doll. But yeah, she's a rather simple doll, but let's take a look at her outfit. We've got some black Mary Jane shoes, some white socks here. She is also, unlike Camilla's white-skinned. She is like a natural, like, Caucasian skin tone. But there we go. She's got this cute one-piece, like, almost rockabilly-looking dress, right? So we've got this black and white stripes over the bodice with this, arched top. Yeah, it kind of goes right across the top there, which I think is a nice detail. Then we've got this amazing skull and crossbones at the bottom of the skirt, which I love. This is all one piece. Velcro's up the back, rather simple. You are going to notice some staining on this doll. She's being terrible, showing off her chest. But, you can see the little bit of, like, staining right there, a little black. So just be aware of that. I mean, that's kind of standard for Living Dead dolls. Her hair, again, pretty similar in length to the other two, nicely rooted. She does have a pretty intense bang going on here, which is kind of nice. There we go. You can see it up close. She also has the exact same red rose that Camila does right here. But it's displayed on the opposite side of her head. But again, you can take it off, put it wherever you want. And then she's got this kind of sleepy over-it face, which I love. Look at it. So good. Standard sugar skull painting, skull nose, some, looking like stitching around the mouth almost. That comes to some cobwebbing on the cheek. Really kind of intense black eye. She's got these really brilliant blue eyes, which I don't think people realize. She's kind of looking up and to the left. And then on her forehead, we have the sulfur symbol and some other, slight detailing up here as well. But yeah, she's pretty simple, but beautiful, beautiful doll. Yeah, so that's Katrina, y'all. That means that my favorite of the series is, in fact, Savannah. I just think she is so pretty, and the design of this doll feels very kind of Mexican inspired. I just like it. I think she's super, super cool. So let's take a look at her outfit. She is a white skin doll. No shoes on this doll either. She's barefoot. She's rocking the barefoot. And then we've got this amazing dress. And I'm going to try to figure out the best way to show you this dress. Let me pull this little bit up so you can see what's going on. Okay, so it's gray material, and it does have a little bit of kind of fuzzy to it as well. I think it's like I don't know, it's a cotton. But there's a little bit of lace that goes around the bottom, and then also on these layers. Now, there is not, this dress is not layered in any way, but it makes it look like it is. That lace detail is just sewn right here on these different levels. And that same lace goes around the middle of the dress where it's gathered. And then we've got this top, and this is kind of my favorite thing about this dress, is there's this little detail that kind of comes up and over with some more lace on it. And then there's elastic here, so you can kind of pull it down over her shoulders, which feels kind of very like old school, like, I don't know. It's a very kind of Mexican kind of style of dress, I guess. I don't know. Very beautiful, very cool. Love it. And then she has this amazing shawl, which let me kind of get it back in place now so you can see it. And this thing, you could probably stretch it and get it off of her, but I don't know why you'd want to, because it's just so pretty. So you can bring this down however you want to bring it, but it's tacked right here in the center. Boom, boom, boom. It's hard to tell because it's so black, but it kind of comes off of the shoulders a little bit and has this amazing black fringe that goes all the way around and moves. It's really, really pretty. It's just a super nice design for this doll. I really, really like it. She's almost kind of, I don't know, sexy in a weird way. I don't know. She's super pretty. She has this brilliant, vibrant red hair. Now, mine probably needs to get her hair washed because I think I bought this one open and it looks like it's been loved a little bit. Her curls were a little more intense when she first came out, but it's really thickly rooted. It's nice length. It looks really pretty on her. Great, great hair on this doll. Now, the face paint is pretty simple, pretty similar to the other ones. We've got a heart with a cross right on her forehead, a little blue around the eyes. She has a pretty vibrant green eye. There we go. Skull nose, some stitching around the mouth, some spider webs on the cheeks and on the chin, and some dots right there around the top of the eye. But very, very pretty. Yeah. But that's it. That's series 20. They're super, super cool. I do like these dolls. They're very on theme, which they do a lot more now than they used to. So this series was kind of a surprise. It was like, oh my gosh, we're getting an entire Sugar Skull series, which was super, super cool at the time. Before that, the only one we had was Calavera from series 16. Is that what she is? I think so. Yeah. But there they are, y'all. Here is series 20. Boom. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will still keep plugging away at those series dolls, and I want to get caught up to where I left off. So I think I've done series 25. So I still have series 21, 22, 23, and 24 to do. And then I'll have reviews for all of the series that have ever come out, which is pretty cool. Oh, one other thing that I do want to mention. There are variant versions of these dolls, red and black versions. If you haven't seen them, get online, check them out. They're super, super cool. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye. And I was shaking